Hello friends, welcome to this session. In this session, we will be discussing about the syllabus of the Group 2A examination. Group 2 and Group 2A examination is giving priority to Indian economy also. In Indian economy part of the syllabus, we are studying nature of Indian economy, planning commission, 5-year plans, and assessment of planning commission and Niti Aayog. As all of you know that why we adopted 5-year plans. After the independence, our economy was not in a state to allocate resources to every sector simultaneously. To address this shortage, we introduced 5-year plans. So we have to study that evolution, the historical background of the 5-year plans, the Gandhian plan, the Mahalanobis model, and then the Bombay plan. All these things we have to pay little attention. Planning commission was repealed. An assessment of planning commission was done and it was replaced by the Niti Aayog. Now in India, we don't have planning commission, we have Niti Aayog. The second topic of the syllabus is sources of revenue. What are all the sources of revenue that we are getting? The main source of revenue is tax. Then the next topic is the Central Bank of India, that is Reserve Bank of India. The role of Reserve Bank of India, the functions of Reserve Bank of India, all these things we have to study. So as you know that Reserve Bank of India is the agency which is formulating the monetary policy of the country. Along with the monetary policy, we have to study fiscal policy also. So fiscal policy and monetary policy should be given priority when we are studying policy regulations of the government and the RBI. The next topic is Finance Commission. As all of you know that Finance Commission is a constitutional body which has a recommending character in nature. It decides the resource allocation between center and state government. So like a planning commission, Finance Commission also has a important role to play. So Finance Commission's role, its constitutional, functions, all these things we have to study. Then we have to study the Goods and Service Tax, GST. So you know that Goods and Service Tax was introduced and it takes the character of so many taxes which was earlier was in India. So Goods and Service Tax, we have to pay more attention. The next topic is structure of Indian economy and employment generation. Why this topic is important? As all of you know that India is a country which is having demographic dividend. What do you mean by demographic dividend? Demographic dividend shows the ratio of labor force, the available workforce in the country. Fortunately, we are having a good demographic dividend because the population between 56 to 60 years of age is very high in India. If we are able to reap the demographic dividend, if we are able to create human capital from this population, then we can achieve more heights. So human capital formation and the demographic dividend, we have to pay more attention. As all of you know that the backbone of Indian economy is agriculture. So agriculture and land reforms, we have to study how the land reforms affected the agriculture, what are all the positive and negative impact of land reforms, all these things we have to study. In the case of agriculture, we have to study the methods of cultivation in agriculture, what are all the crops which is being cultivated in India and what are all the crops in which we were able to attain self-sufficiency. Regarding the food crops, we also have to study the export possibilities of the food crops. Along with the food crops, we have to study non-food crops also. In the case of agriculture, as you know that one of the reason why agriculture is still primitive in India or why we are not able to achieve greater heights in agriculture economy, the one important reason for this is primitive methods or traditional methods of cultivation. So in this syllabus, they are giving more importance to application of science and technology in agriculture. How science and technology can improve the agricultural sector of the economy and can create it as a sector which can give more job opportunities to the educated young minds of India. The next topic is industrial growth. As all of you know that in industrial sector also, we have to go a long way. So industrial sector growth also, we have to pay attention. Then we have to study the rural welfare oriented programs. As all of you know that once Gandhiji said that the soul of India lies in the rural area. So we have to pay attention to the rural population, and we have to uplift the standard of living of the rural people in India. So rural welfare oriented programs of the government, both union government and state government, we have to pay attention. The next topic is social problems and social issues in India. It starts from population. As you know that population in one dimension, it is an asset. It's a human capital. But if we are not able to handle this human capital in a proper way, it will lead to very high amount of unemployment problems. So as you know that unemployment creates a lot of problems starting from terrorism itself. So we have to handle the human capital in such a way that we should be able to provide enough job opportunities either inside India or outside India. Then only our country will be able to achieve greater heights with a very decent standard of living for the citizens of India. Next topic is health. As you know that we are all living in the COVID pandemic era. So health is an important sector that we have to pay attention, use masks, use sanitizer. We have to eliminate this particular problem, so COVID, from our society. So health sector, we must give more importance. There should not be any malnutritious death of mother and child in India anymore. So health also we have to pay attention. The next thing is education. As all of you know that if we are not able to provide education to the children, then they won't be able to become a skilled labor force. They will be remain unskilled and there will not be any jobs for them. So education, it's not only the fundamental rights, but it is fundamental basic thing that is required for a child. So that we have to pay attention. So education sector also needs to be grown. So population, education, health, employment. Next is employment. So employment means, as you know that more the educated youth is getting into employment, the lesser is the problem and more will be the economic growth. Then the last topic is poverty. As all of you know that in India, people are dying of poverty. There are starvation deaths in many states in India. So this problem needs to be solved. So poverty is a social evil. It's not only an economic problem, it is also a social problem that we have to recognize. Then we have to try our level best to eliminate this problem. For this, citizens' participation is needed, community participation is needed, political goodwill is also needed. Then together we will work to remove this problem from the society. I hope all of you clearly got a clear picture of the Indian economy syllabus. Please pay attention to the Indian economy and visit the government websites for more updates and keep in touch with the current affairs. For this, you have to regularly visit the pib.nic.india. That will help you to get in touch with the recent government programs and schemes. Along with this, you have to study some basic textbooks in Indian economy, and along with that India yearbook also, that you also have to refer to get the more updates on Indian economy and its recent developments. And finally, go to the RBI bi-monthly issue. That will give you a clear picture of the monetary policy of the RBI. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section. Definitely, we will answer those questions. If you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up and do recommend this education channel to your friends also. Thank you for listening. Stay safe and study well. Wish you all the very best.